Hello, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in either live tonight or at a later time. My name is Adia Lancaster and I will be the MC tonight for the HerStory Award this lovely July 2024. And you know, HerStory Award is a one of its kind award that is given here nationally from Women's Federation for World Peace, and in particular, Global Women's Peace Network. It is an opportunity to honor and to acknowledge the accomplishments of amazing women leaders who are changing the world in their own communities, one project, one person at a time. And we are just so excited to bring on three amazing women leaders this month to honor them, not only for the achievements that they have accomplished, but for their heart, the challenges that they went through, and what they are continuing to do to ensure a future of peace and harmony in their community. So I would like to welcome our President of Women's Federation for World Peace, Ms. Kayleigh Moffitt, if to come up and let us know that more about Women's Federation. Actually, she is not available right now. So I just want to let you know that Women's Federation for World Peace is a international organization that has special consultative status with the United Nations. And we do work all over the world in order to establish peace right in local communities. And we work with, we partner with other organizations, but most importantly with other women leaders. Our founder, Dr. Hak Ja Han Moon, has really given us a foundation of what it means to create this world of peace and how desperately we need women to be part of that movement, to be part of that leadership in bringing on peace in this world. Because we as women bring a special touch of a maternal love and affection and compassion and empathy as well. So we're having some difficulties. All right. Let's go ahead and start with our first nominee for this evening. Okay. Miss Deborah Tribune, who is the owner of Footsteps Dance Company. Deborah Tribune founded Footsteps Dance Company in 2001 with the vision of creating a multicultural and multi-generational company that empowers lives through dance and drama. Many of her dancers have become influential leaders locally and globally. She received training from Redeemers East, Christian Assembly, Ballet Met, and Columbus Dance Theater. Deborah previously served as a youth dance leader at Rema Christian Center for 12 years and was the director of the dance ministry at International Christian Center for over 15 years. She currently dances at Oasis City Church, while her primary focus remains Footsteps Dance Company. Deborah's passion is to teach both children and adults to love God with all their heart, mind, soul, and strength, and to show that ordinary people can achieve extraordinary things. Before we bring on Miss Deborah Tribune to this virtual stage, I would like to first introduce you to her nominator, Fatu Sar, to give us a little bit more of dialogue and conversation about how and why she nominated Miss Deborah Tribune for the HerStory Award this evening. So please welcome Miss Fatu.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello?
We can hear you.
Okay. All right, so my name is Fatu. I live in Columbus, Ohio. Um, I knew Deborah at the place I work at. It's a health natural health store, and she comes there all the time. And at first, Deborah is a very quiet person, very humble, and by just looking at her, you don't even tell this person is a very great person because she's just that humble person. So, but I don't know how we get really close, but I always like talking to my customers when they come to the store. You greet them and you go to them and ask them what they need and help them respond to their questions. And little by little, since she was very quiet, I was just slowly trying to get to know her. And once we start talking as very good friends, she told me about what she does and invited me to one of her events that she had at one of the malls here. And I went. It was a dance, a very beautiful dance. I was very blessed to be there to witness that. And the second time invited me to another one, a bigger one. I went to and see the great work she does. And so many people were there, and I was so blessed to be there. I wanted to see her at the end, take a picture with her because she's so amazing. But it was so many people around her trying to embrace her, to congratulate her. So I didn't have a chance to meet her at the time, so I left. But she was in my mind the whole time because I see how great she was. And that's when we met again at another event, to a person that goes to the community I go to for church, which happened to be a relative of hers. We were just like shocked to meet each other again. I said, wow, this is amazing. How did you know this person? I said, okay, we go to the same church. And she explained to me that the person was a relative of hers. And that's when I actually told her, I was thinking about you because we have a Women Federation for World Peace, which I represent here, has an event coming. And I saw the great work you do. And I really love what you do. I really wanted to nominate you. And she said, okay, send me the info. I'll check it out. So that's how she checked it. And yeah, so she was able to agree to it. Very, didn't take time for her to say, yes, I'm in. So that's why Deborah is here. She's amazing. She's beautiful. She's humble. She's talented. And I love her so much. I'm so blessed to have her in my life as not just a customer, but a great friend, a woman that can change the world, I can say. So that's Deborah. Welcome, Deborah. I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you.
Wow. Wow. Yes. Um, yes, my name is Deborah Tribune, and I want to tell you my story. My mom worried about me a lot more than the rest of my children, the rest of her children, because we didn't have a dad in our lives to help us, and it was five of us, but she were worried about me most. I was very quiet and didn't want to talk to people at all, and very shy, and I was scared of people actually, and scared to open my voice. But when James Brown made that song, "Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud," something hit me, and it excited me, and it set me free like crazy free. Yeah, because I wasn't ashamed of what I looked like, my nose, my mouth, my teeth, or whatever after that song. But out of the five kids that she had, I was the only one that didn't go to college. I barely graduated high school because 6 months from graduating, I got married and they kicked me out of high school. And so I had to go to night school to get my diploma. But you know what? I had a praying grandmother. I only stayed married 6 months and I left this guy because it was a crazy life. But I was a party girl after that. I met my second husband, my forever love. He was playing guitar on stage and I was dancing on the dance floor. And so we had three children, and I didn't want them to grow up shy like me. And so they learned how to sing and they learned how to dance at a young age. All of us love God and accepted Jesus as our Lord and Savior, and He set us all free. And I went to a park one day, and there was a play going on. There was singing and dancing, and there was just people of all ages, from children to adults. And God imparted in me dance. And I said, "What? Me? The only kind of dance I know how to do is in the nightclub. You know, I'm 30 years old too." But just like Mary, how Jesus came to Mary, and she just was an ordinary teenager, and told her that she was going to be the mother of Jesus. She was like, "I don't even know a man. How am I going to do this?" But with God, all things are possible. So I didn't know how I was going to do this, but God started lining things up. I met a pastor, a white pastor, and he instructed me where to go to get some lessons from other churches, some dance lessons. And then I met a youth pastor, and he encouraged me to take professional dance lessons. So I did all that. And people prayed for me, for God to help me. And I prayed for God to send me people to help me. And I taught dance in many churches for many years. And someone had advised me to open a dance studio, and to go outside the church walls, to reach the lost, train for service, and change our world. Well, I was excited, but I was afraid because it was something I've never done before. But I stepped out on faith and I did it. I knew God was with me. Many people laughed at me, told me not to do it. Girl, you don't want to do that. And over the years, I've been teaching children to dance and also helping them with emotional issues. And I loved it. It's something I love to do. So I was married, I had 3 children, working, teaching dance, and also I'm a professional seamstress doing all that. So God was with me. You just got to step out on faith. And so I feel like I was a Proverb 31 woman right there. Someone told me to be strong and do it when you are scared. Still step out and do what the Lord wants you to do, because God is with you. And remember one time I did a solo in church, and it was packed. And I didn't dance to a song. I danced to somebody speaking. And it was a step above what somebody else had never done before. And I did it, and it just really broke something in me and the people that saw me. The name of the sermon that the person did was called "Don't Sweat the Small Stuff." I did that, and it seemed like all kind of doors were opening for me, and God gave me favor. So, I feel like I was helping people, ordinary people, become extraordinary people, because when we transform people, they do so much more than they ever think that they could. So transform people, transform people. Yes. So I went out and got my own dance studio away from the church, and there were some studio owners on High Street, that own some studios there, and I did find a place to teach, and it wasn't just hard. It wasn't very hard. I just had to ask. And the word says, "Ask and you shall receive." But I was scared, but I asked anyway. I didn't care what color they were. And so, and with the owner trusting you to be there and to pay when you're supposed to pay, and creating a good track record and paying your dues on time, I had to let them know that I'm good for that. Yes. And so my faith in God have helped me overcome my fears. One thing that I did, before I really started the ministry, I wrote down my vision of what God wants me to do. My vision was a multi-generational dance company that inspires hope through technical and creative dance education, that empowers dancers to be creative through the expression of visual arts. And then I had my scripture, uphold my steps in your paths, that my footsteps may not slip. Psalm 17:5. And we also pray at each performances and during class. You know, we do have things that are going wrong. You know, you have technical issues. I remember one time uh, the music went out at one of my productions, and I said, and it wasn't working. And so there happened to be some guy in the audience that had some sound equipment in his car. Look at God, see how he works things out. But when you have problems, you keep going. You know, sometimes I have people who don't show up until to the last minute, or they don't show up at all. But you got to continue to go. You know, and off and on, but people would tell me, you know, you need to give up. You're not like this, or you're not like that. But I want to be what God has called me to do. I've had many parents encourage me, people encourage me and help me. All my recitals have a message to uplift, bring people together, and help them to accomplish extraordinary things. Footsteps has been going on for about 25 years. Some of the titles of what I did, just to show you what my focus was: Run the Race, Reason to Breathe, Love in the City, Confessions of a Bully, Shift to the Next Level, and Masterpiece. We all are God's masterpiece if we walk in the direction that He wants us to walk in. Many, as the lady was saying, many of my students who have studied under this dance company, they have become respected leaders in their local community and abroad. Doesn't mean that they're still dancing, but what they do, the training that they got, and the love that they got from the company helped them to overcome fear. So I just want to tell you, I mean, I thank God for this opportunity to just share some things with you. Of course, it's so much, but that's what I'm going to share with you. That through it all, I put the word of God in my heart, you know, and I know that God will provide for me. And I thank Him for all that He's done in my life, and how He's going to continue to use me to bless others. And there's other people and other women that He's using to bless outside the walls of the church. And I thank God for this opportunity. Thank you.
Deborah, thank you so much for such an incredible testimony about your journey, and especially how your faith has brought you through incredible challenges, but it brought you to this place of impact and transformation for yourself and for so many others. We're so touched by your story and so honored to be able to welcome you into this wonderful network of HerStory awardees. We're going to bring up your virtual certificate at this time and present it to you. You'll get this physical copy in the mail. So please imagine that we're together and I'm handing it to you. And for now, we'll bring it up on the screen and I will read it out. So we'll get our team to go ahead and bring it up.
Oh, nice.
Here we go. The HerStory Award is proudly presented to Deborah Tribune on this day, July 13th, 2024. We're just trying to make you feel anticipation of what this award says. Can we bring it back up, ladies?
Yes.
There we go. In recognition of your visionary leadership, commitment to the arts and service, and being an inspiration to your community, we honor you as a peace leader who lives by the logic of love. Congratulations, Deborah. Let's all give her a round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you so
Well
much.
deserved.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. And Adia, we'll pass it back to you.
Thank you, Kayleigh, and thank you so much, Deborah, for the amazing work that you do in your community. I love that you have a multi-generational vision for your company, and I think that's just so unique and so beautiful. We're going to go ahead and go on to our next awardee, and let me bring up her bio really quick. It is Jen Facto Aquino, who is president of the Phoenix Asian American Lions Club, Arizona. Jennifer Facto Aquino is a distinguished professional and community leader. She holds a Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Management from New York University and an associate degree in liberal arts. Jennifer owned and operated the Taste of Asia restaurant in New York from 2006 to 2013. Her dedication to community service is evident in her roles as youth advisor for the Phoenix Asian American Leos and Cubs from 2018 to 2024, and as chairwoman of the Council of Filipino Organizations from 2023 to 2024. Currently, she serves as the president of the Phoenix Asian American Lions Club for the 2024-2025 term. Jennifer is also a devoted mother to her 3 children. And Jennifer and her nominator are actually not with us here live. They did send in a recorded video for us to enjoy. So let's bring up her nominator, Ria Luz, to share a few words about Jen, and then we'll hear from Jen.
And I am the chairwoman of the Women's Federation for World Peace here in Arizona. And it is my honor and privilege to nominate and recognize our amazing Miss Jen Pacto Aquino of Arizona. She has been an outstanding daughter, mother, friend, and a great sister to the entire community. I have known Jen for many years for her many works in the community, volunteering her time, and becoming an event coordinator in many events in our Filipino American community here in Arizona. And I have seen how she impact so many lives, not only in her own family, but the lives of the people she touched through the works that she has done. This is an amazing leader who doesn't think of herself, but always lifting up others and want others to shine even before herself. And I love to recognize Jen for the HerStory Award, because this is a woman who truly embodies the HerStory Award. Her amazing work in our community as the chair of the Council of Filipino Organizations of Arizona, and now the president of the Phoenix Asian American Lions Club here in Arizona, who oversees so many things, and also helping her children to understand the value of volunteerism and serving the community. This is someone everyone should know, and I'm so proud to know and have everyone recognize Miss Jen Pacto Aquino.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jennifer. Hello, everyone. My name is Jennifer, and I want to say thank you so much to Ria Luz and the Women's Federation of World Peace for this Her Story Award, and I'm really humbled by the award. I don't expect anything when I do the volunteer, the community work that I do, and I'm really grateful for this award that's being given to me. So just a little background of like why I do the community work and or volunteer work that I do is basically I feel like for me helping others come naturally, probably because ever since I was a child I have seen it being done by my parents, especially my mother. My mom Lena, she just passed away actually a year ago already. Time flies so fast. But back in the Philippines, people would come up to her, ask her for help, for advice, monetary help, help them find them a job. So it's like an ongoing thing that I've seen as a child that my mom does all the time. So I feel like, that's one of the reasons that's maybe inspiring me to help out others. I want to continue the legacy that she's doing. When she came to the United States with my dad, she would help um, fellow Filipinos that she would just meet, like, either tutor them. My mom was a teacher and an accountant. So either tutor them or give them some sort of advice, just anybody that she would meet for the first time. So she was always good like that. So I feel like I want to continue her legacy, and help out others as any way I can, as long as I am able to. So when I joined the Phoenix Asian American Lions Club back in 2016, I was exposed to different community work, volunteer work, helping others, and making a difference in someone's life. uh, I want to, I do it because I'm able to right now, and if the opportunity comes up, I accept it, because not everything is always going to be there. So sooner or later I might not be able to help out anymore anyway. So that's why. And it's I have this, I guess I have these good organization skills, I would say. So it's easy for me, it's easy for me to just organize things and go along with the flow. So I do the volunteer work and community service as well for my kids. I want them to be able to experience, um what's out there, see what's happening with others that they might not have any idea of. And I want them to be able to be appreciative of the life that they have, as they see that others may not have. So, um, I, I want to expose them. At a young age, I started to expose them to do all of that volunteer work. And I want them to be grateful for the things and the opportunities that they have, and learn to appreciate um, things that in their lives that sometimes they would, take for granted. So, becoming the youth advisor of the Phoenix Asian American Leos and Cubs, I have all of these extended kids now. There's about 25 of them that are under my umbrella. And, I want to be able to expose them as well to do all of these volunteer work and community service for the community, for others. Just helping, giving a smile to one person's face is a good feeling, and that I want them to experience. So I humbly accept this Her Story Award of the Women's Federation for World Peace USA on behalf of the Phoenix Asian American Lions, Leos, and Cubs, and for the many people who were willing to sponsor and help the events that I organize, and also especially to the mumshies. These are the parents of these wonderful Leos and Cubs. They're always there, willing to help out, no questions asked, not wanting to, not expecting anything in return. So all of these people that come together and gather, they help make the event successful. And receiving an award is not something that I think of when I do all of these community work. It's not, it's not something that I desire. So, but I am really grateful for this opportunity to show and inspire others to do the same. Volunteer in any way you can, make a difference, share your talent, share your passion, and have a purpose in life. Um, Again, I'm Jennifer Facto Aquino, newly installed president of the Phoenix Asian American Lions Club for this Lionistic year 2024-2025. Thank you again.
Thank you so much, Jen, and thank you, Ria, for such an awesome recommendation. Um, you know, I know that the work that Jen does in her community, she works with so many different people and builds amazing partnerships and really impacts the community. So we are so grateful for you and for your work. And we are going to go ahead and bring up your certificate and read it out loud. Again, you'll receive this in the mail so that you can have it on your wall and be appreciated every time you look at it. So we can go ahead and bring up our certificate. So the HerStory Award is proudly presented to Jen Facto Aquino on this day, July 13th, 2024, in recognition of your dedicated service and heartfelt contributions to the youth and Asian American community. We honor you as a peace leader who lives by the logic of love. So let's give congratulations to Jen and welcome to this great network of amazing HerStory awardees. We are so proud to work with you and partner with you in the future. Congratulations.
Thank you, President Kayleigh. Thank you so much to Jen as well and Ria, who nominated this wonderful women leader in the community over there in Arizona. We are so grateful to have her, like Kayleigh said, as part of the HerStory Hall of Fame. So our third nominee actually won't be joining us this evening. We will have her on again at another HerStory Award event. So we will be ending our event early this evening. But before we go, I'd like to just make a few announcements really quickly. If you enjoyed this HerStory Award presentation and you have someone in mind that you might want to nominate, if you're curious about Women's Federation for World Peace, you want to discover more, please visit our website and even consider being a member of Women's Federation for World Peace. I believe there will be a QR code popping up on your screen, so you can go ahead and take a screenshot of that and it will link you directly to our membership page, and we make it super easy for you to become a member at any level you choose. We have wonderful opportunities to engage with these amazing women all over the nation and in your local communities, as well as educational opportunities, workshops, even events that we can go to and network and meet together. So it's a wonderful organization to be a part of, and we are always looking for wonderful women to come and men to come and join us in our vision of bringing world peace here in our local communities and in the global community. We also do a monthly webinar for GWPN, and we will be having one later this month on July 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. The theme for this webinar is A World Without Parents, exploring the value of parenthood. This is an incredible topic that is really resonates with my heart as a parent, and there is so much value in parenting and in parenthood and raising future leaders for our world. And so if you are interested, if this topic resonates with you, please join us for this evening right here on Restream. And we will be sending out reminders of that as the time approaches. Again, we thank you so much for your time, for being here, for rooting on these amazing women in your community. We hope that you can join us in the future, later this month and in the months to come, to bring you more women that we would like to spotlight and honor and recognize. This is really about bridging a community of women all across the nation so that we can network, we can honor, we can support and encourage, and then also get inspired by what other people are doing in their communities and maybe bring it to our own community. So thank you so much for joining us this evening. We look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.